It's the DORK podcast with Rich Keefe. It's the DORK podcast. Keefe Davey. It's the DORK podcast. Hashtag. It's the hashtag DORK podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Hashtag Dork. My name is Rich Keefe, joined as always by Davey Eyeballs. He is Ray Von Day. All hail the king of ginger ale. It's Ryan Davey. Davey, how are you?
Okay. A little disturbed.
Yeah, same. Yeah, me as well. I do want to start out with a classic Would You Rather, though.
Ooh, we haven't done one of these in a hot Texas minute.
Don't answer right away. Really put some thought into it.
Okay.
Would you rather come soft or pee hard?
Peeing hard is the worst.
You shouldn't even be able to, but you can.
You gotta bend over at the waist though. It's really weird. So I would rather
all the way over, and it's risky. Yeah.
Do I have to scream when I bust?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Shuffling feet, dead eyes.
Yeah.
So I'd be standing and just be like,
I think so.
I guess that's fine. I can play that off as something else.
I think that's probably the right answer.
Yeah. No. Now, is it anything that's? Is it something that triggers it, or do you just do it randomly?
No, not random. Not random. You don't even have time to become aroused, but you're immediately done.
So it's over with. So then I have like the post clarity, clarity immediately, which is what you need. That's what you're looking for. There, it's like clear your head. Yeah. All
right. The chat is responding. Even with that, still would rather pee hard.
You get that's a mess you got to clean up. I feel like that's where you get like little sprinkler head spray everywhere.
It's a fool's errand, as they say, right? You don't want to be messing around with that.
No.
All right, let's get to this.
This week in DORK.
Well, Ryan, The Smashing Machine was in the theaters. The Benny Safdie film starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as MMA fighter Mark Kerr, also co-starring Emily Blunt. Now, this movie's getting like decent enough reviews. Roddy T's, it's like 74% critics, 78% audience. However, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, they're saying like loving this guy and could be nominated for Best Actor.
Yeah, they said the same thing about Sandler and Uncut Gems, which is the other Safdie movie that we generated some Oscar buzz. I'm a little disappointed that it's not like
doing better
as good as they thought it was going to be.
I know, and it did not make any money. It made like $6 million over the weekend, and The Rock came out on Instagram and basically was like, it's clearly the lowest opening weekend for any movie that he's ever been in.
Right.
But he's like, it's also probably the best movie he's ever been in. So
that's the trade-off, right? Like that's like the
yeah. And so like I do want to see this. I don't think I'm gonna go to the theater to see it, but I think it'd be great. Like if Adam Sandler is nominated for this Jay Kelly movie that's coming out, and if The Rock's nominated for this, like good. Fucking that's awesome.
It is great. And I think it's like it just goes to show you that, anybody can, turn a dramatic, have a dramatic turn and like do some good work.
And I don't blame him for taking all the movies that made all the money. I do think his biggest misstep was probably going full like double dong into Black Adam and being like, this is going to change the game and no one's ever seen anything like this. And then you see it and you're like, oh, they're all like this. In fact, this might be a little worse than most of them. Like he was so committed, which I appreciated at the time, but he was like so over the top that this was going to be awesome. And then it wasn't. And it kind of backfired on him. However, good for him for making this movie. And now I think he can kind of pick and choose. Like maybe he'll do some like dramatic shit where he's a good actor. And then he can always fall back into blockbusters.
Like how much money do you think you would have to make as an actor, like you personally, to be like, I can do whatever I want now?
Like $1 million.
Because that's your rate.
Yeah. Because then it doesn't matter.
A
job I do.
Yeah. No, I think for me,
have that kind of money.
I think but like to not care anymore, I think it'd have to be like 100 million. Like to just not. That's a nice round number, I know, but like just to like, I've made this much money in my career, like that's in my bank account. Right? I don't care. Anymore.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna do whatever I want.
Whatever I want. Yeah.
But this is the guy who's doing like The Tooth Fairy and like Red Notice and like some of these shitty like Netflix movies. And you're like, all right, I guess. And then he did this. And he was apparently he is very good in it. We'll see what happens with the movie itself. Speaking of wrestlers turned actors, John Cena and Peacemaker season finale coming up this week, and James Gunn has already said it's gonna be like an hour long, and because the episodes have been pretty short, they end quick.
The last two
I
have
feel
been
like.
really short. And again, it's all leading up to this big finale.
Oh yeah,
cameos. There's a great cameo in this episode. Not one that I expected, but if you watch like the cut scene at the end, like in the end credits, it's great line that the character has. Did you see it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
It's good. Yeah, no, it's good. I don't know. I wonder if people are waiting to binge this or not. We talked about some of the spoilers that are coming out, so I don't know. I've been watching this weekly. If I can't watch it, whatever it is on Thursday night, I try to watch it like the very next day. Try to avoid whatever spoilers I can. I'm guessing this will be a very spoiler heavy episode coming up to end it.
Yes, agree.
I am one episode back on task. They were on last night during the Patriots game. So I haven't seen that.
So I was watching what a game that was. That was a fun game to watch.
What a football match. I had a great time watching that, taking that in. Task though, I've loved it the entire time, and I'm curious to see where it goes from where'st it goes from here.
Yeah, so I haven't seen this week's episode, but the one before that was a little bit slow for me. It was good. It was good, like character development, and you actually get to see, the two brothers together, which was good.
Yeah. Yep. Two brothers.
But need to get going here. Giddy up.
I bet they will. That's my prediction. Speaking of HBO, coming out in January, we're going to get the Game of Thrones spin-off series, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Now, 2 bits of items have come out about this.
Sure.
Or maybe 3 bits of items. 1, this movie or this series takes place, I think, 50 years after the last dragon has died, like before the new dragon. So this takes place pre-Daenerys, right? But in that time where there are no dragons. So I say that to say this. There are no dragons. There's also not going to be magic. And there's also not going to be an opening title sequence.
Then what are we doing?
Is it even Game of Thrones?
Then what are we doing?
I don't know. Do you like knights? Do you like a Knight's Tale?
Not really.
All right, well. Do you like sword play?
To a point.
A little bit.
But if it's only swords, if there's no...
To a point.
Oh, yeah. Didn't mean that to be a pun, but, to some extent. And then I'm over it.
Yeah.
Especially those kinds of swords.
I know. It's heavy.
The big, heavy swords. Yeah.
It's fucking too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna watch this. We'll have to get them Thrones boys together and maybe review a couple episodes and see where it goes.
Yeah, I don't know what the point is.
It's Thrones. What do you mean?
Yeah, but it's just like you're following some schmuck around.
Well, I don't know if he's a schmuck.
Well,
here we go. A century before the events of Game of Thrones, 2 unlikely heroes wander Westeros.
Oh, riveting.
Yep. Well, it's an adaptation of George R.R. Martin's novella, The Hedge Knight. A young and naive but courageous knight, Sir Duncan the Tall, and his diminutive squire Egg face a series of dangerous exploits set in an age when the Targaryen line still holds the Iron Throne and images of the last dragon have not yet passed from living memory. Great destinies and powerful foes await these improbable and incomparable friends.
Now, do we get like a young Mad King here?
Good question. I don't know.
Because you'd have to, right? Timeline wise, like that would jive. If it's 100 years, like,
yeah, I would think you'd be like a maybe a baby. There are going to be a bunch of Targaryens.
Great.
Looking at the cast list, it looks like there's going to be at least one Baratheon.
Oh,
a Dondarrion.
Okay.
Yeah, now we're talking. A Tyrell.
Yeah.
Okay, no on the Tyrell. Fair enough. I'll give it a go. It looks like
the Tyrells just talk shit. They don't do much.
No, I know.
You know,
5 episodes. It looks like only 5 episodes.
That's fine. All right, I'm in.
All right, back in. Oh no, wait. This says 5. This says 6. Either way, it looks like it's going to be a shorter.
That's a quick one.
A quick.
I don't have to get too invested in this.
Yeah, because then House of the Dragon's coming back on the other side.
Now we're talking.
Yep.
Give me all those dragons.
Oh my God,
they're dropping like flies.
Yeah, that is true. Literally. How about this little bit of this item? So Zach Kreger, who we love on this podcast, did Barbarian and did Weapons. His next thing is Resident Evil, which we were all like, Resident Evil, like, okay. He did say on an interview that it's gonna be like very original. Like, we'll see how
Yes,
original
it's like outside the main storyline.
Yeah.
Of the it's so which is cool. It's kind of like a branch, like what are the TVA. I just watched Deadpool and Wolverine again, so it's very much on my mind. Like a branch of like the timeline.
Yeah, yeah. That's what it's like. Zach Cherry and Callie Reese. So Zach Cherry is Dylan in Severance.
Yes.
And Callie Reese, I think I'm saying that correctly, maybe not, probably not, was the co-star of the last season of True Detective with Jodie Foster.
Yes.
So those
Awesome
two, those two have both been cast in Resident Evil. So
awesome.
I'm in on that. That could be good.
I hope it's a little.
Oh my God, Davey, you know what that sound means?
I know what that sound means.
Oh my God.
That means we have oh my God. That's
someone dumb enough to come on.
You guys do it big, man. I mean, the drops, it's impressive. What's up, boys? Happy October.
Happy October, indeed. Happy Dorktober.
Yes. Nobody likes it more than Stiz.
Hey, Davey, I've been wanting to ask, sorry, Keefe, real quick. So, Dave, you play guitar? Because I always watch these and I see the guitars in the background, so you play.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I have a bone to pick with Keefe. I forgot to say it to you. Yes, the other day, listening to Jones and Keefe on WEI, and I forget what you were talking about, but Keefe goes, yeah, I mean, come on, everyone can play guitar. It's no big deal. I'm like, this guy, wow, unbelievable.
Listen, the reason why I said that, and I stand by it, is because they used to go crazy about Bernie Williams, the old center fielder for the Yankees.
Oh,
and
yeah,
like, he plays the guitar. And I'm like, listen, I can't, but people can. It's not
People
like
can.
thing that only he can play the guitar. That's my
It's a lot like golf. Like a lot of people can do it, but to do it well takes a lot of practice. And maybe Rich said that because having lived with me for several years, that like, I just make it look easy. I just make it look
effortless. Oh, you good, huh?
That's
okay.
True.
No, not really. But he's just like, can you play this song? I'm like, yeah. I remember like I had an acoustic guitar in our room. He's like, can you play like Beautiful People, like Marilyn Manson? I was like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, play it. I'm like, it's not going to sound right. Like, I don't care.
We may have to jam out sometime. I love the guitar.
Yeah, that's the guitar I just built. I built that son of a gun.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Good shit.
But yes, I do. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
You guys could do like a dueling banjos stream.
We could do that.
I'm down.
With a little slight delay. I don't know how good that would be, but
I'm an acoustic though. I'm an acoustic guy. I gotta get an electric, but
there she is.
Yeah, he's got
that's the one. That's the one that I was seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah, I love the guitar, man. Good stuff.
Good.
So what's going on, boys?
Well, you've been cranking out your 31 Nights of Horror on Twitter and Instagram, and you've been ripping through some recommendations. And I come to you. I consider myself a huge horror fan. You, I would consider even a greater horror fan. As
we're neck and neck, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was a year ago though. You gave me like 6 or 8 recommendations of movies that I hadn't seen any of them, and so I'm like, that's great. Like, I love hearing that. And then I went through and watched all 8 of them. And I would say most of them. I think I liked them all enough that I was glad I saw them. And then like the top 2 or 3 I loved and like I really enjoyed. So I'm curious. You're 31 for October. You started out with some more like classics. Are we gonna get some deeper cuts along the way?
So I know, and so Dave Keefe recommended this. You know, he said to me the other day, he's like, I think you should try to do like kind of all sleepers, kind of all ones that no one's heard of. And I've been wanting to make more content. I obviously love horror movies. I had the idea of like, you know what? I'm just going to do the 31 Nights of Halloween. I'm going to put out like a minute video every day. And then I figured like once I do day 1, now I'm kind of stuck. Like I can't really back out at day 8, So I just thought it was a good way to like force myself to start putting content out there. And I don't know if there's 31 like sleepers. I guess I could, if I really wanted to sit down, but I'm more, and I say this, in fact, I forget what day it is, but one of these days I'm doing the remake of It, right? Okay, and in the video, I say, like, listen, so I can hear the purists out there like, but Stiz, the original's way better. And I'm like, you know what? I'd probably end up agreeing with you at the end of the day, but my goal with this list is to kind of like get people to watch horror movies, right? Like, and if a 2017 remake is going to make it easier for the person that doesn't really watch horror movies to watch it, then I'm all in, man. Like, let's just get people watching horror movies, and just so that's kind of where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I think if I were to do what you were doing too, I think it would have to be like a mix, right? Like some of you haven't seen this one, but it's also like you gotta tip your hat to like the classics, but at the same time, like everyone has like that like gateway movie that's like, all right, this is for me. Like horror movies are for me. It took me a while to get there. Like Rich, like I didn't start
really?
until like well, yeah, I saw Pet Sematary when I was like 7 or 8, which was like a little too young. I was a little too young for that. And that screwed me up a little bit.
That sister, and again, another video. So
that's
Pet
what did it.
Sematary is an upcoming day. I say it in the video. I'm like, dude, out of every movie, there was one scene, one character that scared the shit out of me as a kid, and it was that sister.
That was it.
I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, that legit scared the shit out of me as a kid. Like, for real.
That's what did it for me. And then I was off horror movies for like a decade, and then I came back.
And then
not
you
a decade,
came back
but
around.
almost a decade.
Yeah. And Keefe, you were just, as a young buck, you were just in on him?
No, scared. I was scared of everything. It's funny.
Oh,
like
okay.
I was scared of everything. And then it was like middle school, early high school when like Scream and like H2O and I Know What You Did Last Summer, those got me in. And then like the fact that Scream referenced like 100 movies. I really like those movies. And then I'm like, I'm going to watch every movie basically that they reference. And then once I watched the original Halloween, I'm like, this is just a great movie, let alone a great horror movie. And then I was like kind of hooked. And then it was like, I had to see every single movie that people thought were like essential horror. So I went through and watched all of those. I still like, I love the late 90s kind of like trashy, like bad,
campy
rip-off ones. I love those ones. But yeah, no, then I was going back and watching like, the original Night of the Living Dead, like the original House on Haunted Hill. Like I was watching like all like the old ones. I was watching like the new ones. So like, yeah, it was probably like 7th, 8th, 9th grade. I like dove in head first because like for so long I was like terrified of all that shit.
Yeah. So my dad, my real father, wasn't in my life. He was only in my life like for a short period in the beginning, and like he was super into horror movies. And so I would watch them with him, and maybe it was something like that, like it reminded me of him, or I don't know what it was, but I just was like instantly hooked. And then I just remember like as a kid going to video store rental places, right? Like West Coast Video, Blockbuster, like whatever, your mom and pop ones, and just like, trying to find a cool cover and being like, oh, I'm checking that sleepaway camp. It's got the girl with the bag and she got Freddy's glove hanging out. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fucking awesome, Yeah. And then the other thing, right, guys, like trying to write down 31 movies where I'm like, okay, these are the 31 that like, it has been so difficult because I'll get done with my list and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I forgot this one. Oh, wait, but this one, it's been a little tougher than I thought it would be.
We've been doing this for 10 years and we are a podcast that frequently does lists. Yeah. And I don't think I've gotten it right once. I think there's like, I was like, oh, I had that movie like super high, and Rich is like, actually, it wasn't on your list. And I was like, God damn, like that should have been on my list.
Yeah.
Like, why wasn't it? Like I had that like 4 or 5. He's like, actually, it wasn't on your list at all. So
I'm bad
I don't know
at
what
that.
you're talking about.
For the year that I worked with Keefe at nights, like when he would be like, all right, like top 3, like I hate having to be like, this is my favorite one. Like this one is better than this one. Like it's tough for me to do that. Like, so I'd rather just give you like, here's 5 that I like, or like 3 that I really love, but as far like, it's tough for me to be like, this one's better than this one. This one's number 1,
Yeah. We did a couple years ago. We did our top 50 horror movies, and it was like me, Davey, Mac and Goo, and Rossi and a few other guys like all did a top 50. And that was super hard to do, but then it was good that you had like 6 people's lists to sort of like add it together. So you forgot something or whatever. Like, so even though like the top 50 clearly wasn't my top 50, I loved the list. The list was like a good representation of like old stuff, new stuff, like ghost stuff, gory stuff. It was like Jaws. Like it was just like a whole wide variety of stuff. We're going to be doing in our next episode found footage horror movies. It's this. You were the one that actually told me about Hell House LLC. I'd never seen Hell House until you that one. I thought that was pretty terrifying. Do you like
I liked it
overall?
I don't not like it. I wouldn't say it's like my favorite genre of horror movie, but a well executed found footage movie is like pretty tough to beat, And like I think Blair Witch probably like the pioneer of it, but then something like Paranormal Activity, like it was like Paranormal Activity was like more refined, right? Like it wasn't shaky cam,
Right.
like Blair Witch style. But yeah, dude, like I love a good found footage. That movie Quarantine, that's a really good movie.
Yep.
The Bay was like an older found footage movie that I really like. Yeah, that was a while ago, bro. That was probably like 15 years ago at least. I don't even know.
Are you sitting on any sleepers for
So I was thinking about it. I came up with like two, I think I'd say two kind of sleepers that I want you guys to check out. And then I have what I would maybe, again, not my favorite found footage, but a found footage movie that I really like.
Okay.
So two sleepers. My first one is called A Dark Song. Okay, this was I believe it was a Shudder movie. It came out in 2016. Okay.
Ooh.
And it's about a woman in the UK who loses her son. Her son dies, and she hires this like occultist. Like the shaman's not the right word, but more of like this black magic occultist guy that is going to help her do this ritual. And it's actually great because it's all real, like it's all accurate. Like the ritual that they do is called the Abramelin ritual, and it's a real thing. And it's like supposedly one of the hardest rituals to do. It takes like 3 months or something. You have to like lock yourself. It's a whole rigmarole with it. And it's good, dude. It is good. I'll tell you now, it's a slower burn of a movie, but
I was just gonna ask. Stiz loves a slow burn. Stiz is
well, if it pays off.
So I am on at WEI after Wiggy and before Stiz. And so I talk to both guys every day, and normally it's about horror movies. And they have the opposite tastes in horror movies. And I find myself somewhere in the middle. Like Wiggy needs stuff to be happening the whole time, and it needs to be explained to you why they're doing it. Whereas Stiz is like, I would rather it be a slow burn and then sort of like a, fill in your own conclusion ending. They're opposite taste, these guys.
Let me ask you this then, Stiz, because this is kind of the litmus test of like where your movie taste lie. Did you like the movie The Witch?
I did. I didn't love it. I didn't love it, but I love that setting. I love period pieces, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 1600s Salem, where we just get to New England. Like I fucking eat that shit up. Because I'm like, wow, that must have been crazy. Like, think about these people in New England in winter, and religion is like, they literally think like the devil will come and get you if you don't. So, did I wish it had a couple more action-y type scenes? Like, yeah,
I wish something happened.
Yes. but overall, I did like it. Like, I would give it like a 6.8 out of 10 or something. See, and I'm love more of like that actress. The girl.
Oh yeah,
Anya
Taylor-Joy. Yeah. So for me, I'm more of like the psychological horror, where Rich is like the slasher, is more slasher stuff. Like I like more like psychological stuff. So like
I'd probably be more with you.
Yeah. Okay.
But I love slasher movies, but I love like a psychological, you know what I mean? Like yeah. But I didn't like Long Legs. Like Long Legs sucked. Well, it didn't suck, but it just
it was just disappointing. It was hyped up.
It was hyped up.
Yes.
It didn't pay off. It didn't pay off at all. Also, I need to point this out too. I think we mentioned it before, but Stiz is also in a horror movie. And for people who haven't seen Black Friday, go check out Black Friday. It was on Prime. It's probably on Shudder or Tubi. I bet it's on one of those.
It's crazy, dude. I got two royalty checks in the past like 2 months for that movie. It was like
brag.
Not a lot. No, I know, brag central. But obviously, it's the only SAG movie I've ever done, and it's the only royalty check I've ever got, and probably will ever get. But yeah, I got like almost like $500 for like.
Amazing.
I mean, I'm probably in that movie for like. I mean, I'm like a principal role. Like I speak and stuff, but I mean, I wasn't in a lot. Like, but it just makes me wonder. Like, I wonder what like these actors who really do it. Like every month they just getting these checks for like thousands of dollars.
God, yeah, pretty much
sweet.
What's your rate now?
You know,
Yeah, I know.
No.
Well, so when it's SAG, it's just you get a SAG rate, and I think it's like when I did it, it was like 1,200 a day, 1,250 a day. You know what I mean? And most of
Jeepers.
that time, it's like hurry up and wait.
Yeah.
But that's why I really like the up. I can this was hey guys, salute you guys. That Lucas Giolito episode, that was really cool. Like his whole
Oh.
family, like is
Yeah.
in the movie industry, like that was fucking awesome.
I
And
know.
surprisingly, like he didn't watch a lot of movies, like a lot
Dude,
of the
Never
the
seen
horror
Seinfeld.
ones and stuff.
Dude, he
Yeah.
never Seinfeld. Also, Giolito's mom is in The Ring, and even she hasn't seen it. I was like,
That's
what?
when he said that, I'm like, what? That's crazy.
Also,
Yeah.
did you meet Bruce Campbell on set, by the way, on Black Friday?
Yeah. He was super cool. I have a video of him on my Instagram, like when he finished his scene, you know, because he came in and he works for like, you know,
Oh,
you lose me.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, there you go.
correct.
But anyway, so when he was done, like he kind of gave like a speech and was just like really humble with his time. You know what I mean? It was like, hey, nice to work with everybody, and I hope this movie is successful. Blah blah blah. But yeah.
Jason in the chat says there's 50 movies called Black Friday. No, there isn't.
Really? No.
Okay.
I think there's only like 2, maybe.
Let me look.
This,
Let me look.
this
This one.
one's, I want to say 2020, or I would say
2021,
2021.
and
Yep.
it's
21.
got
Okay.
Devin Sawa and Bruce Campbell in it. So like, if you get that one, you got the right one.
Yeah. Devin
It looks
Sawa,
like
Bruce
it is-
Campbell, Michael Jai White.
Yeah, it's on
It was
Sling.
Black Dynamite.
Yeah, dude, Black Dynamite. It's on Prime right now, so you guys can watch it on Prime.
There we go.
I'm watching a
Let's
Dark
go.
Song. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, Dark Song. and what's
I really think you're gonna like it, dude. Okay, yeah. So
All right.
Dark Song, check it out. I think you're gonna like it. My second one is it's a newer one. This came out in 2020. It's called The Dark and the Wicked. Okay, and how do I explain? It's kind all right. So the movie takes place. It's like a small town somewhere out in the middle of America, and the son and daughter come back to their family house because their mom and dad are kind of nearing their end of life, and then crazy things start happening. The demons, like possession, something's going on. There's something going on in that house. And the mom is like, I'm telling you, like something like we're possessed or something. And at first the kids are like, no, you're fucking crazy. And then it gets crazy. It gets crazy.
Okay.
Super good movie, like a legit scary movie.
Okay.
Same with A Dark Song. I really thought that was like a legit
Okay.
creepy movie too. And also,
getting nice
I
and
think
tight
the
here.
setting,
Mhm.
the setting that you watch a movie in, right? Like so, like A Dark Song, I watched that on my laptop with headphones, you know, and the lights off. So maybe like that hit me a little bit harder because I was locked in on that movie. You know what I mean? But
That's all good. Yeah.
yeah.
That's good. That sounds good.
Yeah, that sounds good. 2 good recs. Did you say you had one more not so deep cut?
Oh
okay.
yeah, I'll do one before the film. Have you guys seen or heard of Lake Mungo?
Yes, I just watched it.
You did? What'd you think, Davey?
I liked it. And again, it's like takes about it's an hour and 40 minutes or so, but like takes like a half hour to get going. And then when it does,
Yeah.
you're like, oh shit. And it's not like a straight up. So it's I was going to talk about it next episode too, because it's kind of like a documentary style movie.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I liked it. It's good.
Keith, did you see it?
Yeah, dude, it was one of those.
Oh, that was on that list.
It was on that
Yeah,
list
yeah,
you
yeah.
sent me, and I put it down. Like we said, we're gonna go through. We're gonna figure out what the top 6 found footage horror movies are, and so I think that counts as that's at least gonna be a nominee.
say.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And that's an older one. But it's just one that I think a lot of people, like a lot of regular run-of-the-mill horror fans haven't heard of. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
But
Definitely.
it's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those ones if you go into it blind and you don't know, like, I mean, for 30, 40 minutes, you're like, wait, it's like, is this real? Like, is this what's going on? You know?
And which is it's strange that like a lot of good horror, I would say recently, like in the past like 20 years, like coming out of like that part of the world, like Australia and New Zealand, like a lot of good horror coming out of there.
Oh yeah.
I was having this conversation with a buddy of mine the other day, and it's like, America's not the only country. Like, there are some good horror movies coming out of other countries. There's some, I mean, Train to Busan. I don't know if that was Korean or
That's Korean.
but
Yeah,
that's a great friggin' movie. There's a few Korean movies. I mean, The Ring, that was based on a Japanese horror movie, Ringu. And just what was that, last year or the year before? When Evil Lurks. that was an Argentinian film.
Yeah.
And that fucking movie, I thought, for me, like, that was one of my best of the year that year.
And not a spoiler, but when that lady like takes that like the axe to her face
Woo!
in the beginning of the movie, like,
my God, I kept
what are we
saying
doing
that,
here?
Dave. Yeah, about that movie, I would tell people, I'd be like, dude, like within the first, 15 minutes or so, it fucking slams its foot down on the gas and it pretty much does not let off, and for the whole movie.
I don't know if you've seen it. There's another movie that someone recommended to me. I wound up buying it by accident, so now I own it on Amazon Prime. It's called Terrified.
No, I think I've like seen it. It's not Terrifier, but Terrified.
No, it's Terrified, not Terrifier.
No, yeah.
It's a foreign language
I feel
movie.
like I've seen it somewhere.
Yes, it's on. I found it on Prime. I want to say it's Spanish, Argentina. So,
okay.
So it's Argentinian movie, and like same thing. Like from the very first 5 minutes, you're like, oh shit, like what are we doing here? But yeah, check out Terrified if you haven't yet. It's really good.
Okay, I will. I wanted to pull up the cover real quick because I'm like, did I see that?
It looks like it's like a monster with like its head like split and it's like blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, check that out.
Oh boy.
Yep.
All right.
All right, and then I'll give you my my found footage one. So I was trying to think of like one that's not, the answer that, most people will give. So I'm going to recommend for a found footage film, one that I really, 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 really loved. Houses October Built. I fucking love that movie. Have you guys seen or heard of it?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think you were telling me about this though, because we were going through after Hell House, and then you had me watch Haunt, which isn't found footage.
Okay.
It's another another haunted
but
house.
It is
thing,
it's similar to that.
World.
Yes.
Got it.
So it's a a group of kids basically get an RV and they're like, we're gonna go to all the coolest haunted houses in America, and they kind of
not a trip I'm interested in.
No, same.
Really?
No, I wouldn't do it. I don't fuck with haunted houses.
Oh, okay. So the reason why I love this movie is because I do I don't know, it was probably like 10 years ago, but the concept of extreme haunted houses started to become.
You have like signed waivers and people can actually like put their hands on you and shit. Yeah.
Yes. So there was this one, and this one was kind of like the OG, the one that kind of like started it all. It was called Blackout in New York. Okay. And you had to go through it alone. You had to sign a waiver. They could touch you. They could kind of like, be kind of rough with you. They're not going to punch you in the face or anything, but they could yoke you up and kind of, maybe put duct tape over your mouth or, whatever. Yeah. And people were saying like, I mean, think of walking alone. Because like I went to Halloween Horror, like I fucking love Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. It is great because they own the rights to the movies. So it's like you're walking in on movie sets, which is really cool. That's the cool part about it. The thing that sucks about it, and the thing that sucks about a lot of these haunted houses, is they shuffle you through like friggin' cattle. And it's like 90% of the time you're seeing the pop-up scare to the person in front of you, so you don't get it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like, so imagine having to go through something by yourself.
No.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
I am imagining that right now, and I say that is not for me. So thank you.
There's actually a documentary about this blackout house. It's called The Blackout Experiments. No, they did a documentary about it because people were saying like it was like relieving trauma for them or something. Like I don't know, but
I'll tell you,
it's interesting.
I've told this story in the podcast before, and the very first time I had a panic attack was in like 2004, and it was at a haunted wax museum in Lake George, New York. I was with my girlfriend at the time, and I was just like, I just sat down in the middle of like this haunted wax museum, and I was like, nope. She's like, what's wrong? I go, I don't know. I think I'm having a heart attack. Like I can't breathe. I think I'm dying. Yeah. It wasn't even that bad. Like it wasn't even that scary. I was just like, nope. I can't breathe. I can't walk.
That's what I was going to ask you. Like a haunted wax museum. Were there any real life characters or people that would pop out? Or
I couldn't give you an explanation. Something came over me, and I was just like, I got to sit down. Like I thought I was going to die.
Any of these little fuckers ever pop out of the fucking wall and say, "Fuck, there's a horse cock in my room" or a donkey dick?
And this was at a time, remember, in the aughts. Like no one really knew what a panic attack was. Like I didn't know what they were. I just thought, you just get really nervous all the time. Like no, I thought I was dying.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I'm super lucky. My brother gets them real bad. I had an ex who used to get them, and like, when people describe them, I'm like, holy shit!
No,
Like,
those-
it's no
Yeah.
joke. Like,
Yeah.
thank God. Knock
That was the
on
first
wood.
time that ever happened, and I was super embarrassed because like her parents were like waiting for us.
Like, is he gonna be
And
okay?
she had to go.
Like,
No,
no,
she had to like.
I'm not.
She's like, I'm afraid to do this, but she had to like leave me, like run, like out of the place, like in the dark, like tell her parents we're gonna be a minute, right? And then
No
like
shit.
I was embarrassed. Yeah, it was super
Oh,
embarrassing. I was like 23 years old. I'm like, I shouldn't. This
All right,
shouldn't
so
happen to me.
no group trip to Spooky World this year, I guess.
No.
That's
We're gonna
all right.
pass.
Yeah.
Gonna pass on my end. Yep, thanks. Stiz,
But
you
yeah,
didn't-
House of
Yeah.
October built is fucking awesome.
all right, that's a scary one. All right, so good for you. Didn't watch VHS Halloween yet, did you?
No, I did not. But you guys both did. So should I like check it out tonight?
Yeah, check it out.
I think check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. We're gonna dive headfirst into this thing. I would say for the found footage world, for the VHS series, it's pretty good. I don't think it's. I don't know. I have a hard time describing it because I don't think it's like good, but I also thought about it for a while and I did think it was scary. So like in that sense,
Really?
for this year, like for this season, I would say give it a watch. But I'm not telling you it's like weapons,
Yeah.
or scissors or, like, you know what I mean. It's nothing like
I mean,
bring her back. It's nothing like that.
yeah. Those are two of the top movies that'll probably go down this year. Yeah.
And it's like those horror movies that did like vignettes and stuff. They do like, or like, you know what I mean. So there are like some that are really good and some that are like,
right.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. Well, I'll check it out anyway because I mean, I try to watch most of them anyway, just to
As you should.
have some reference. Exactly.
And it's on Shutter. It's on
Exactly.
Shutter right now. All right. So at Stiz Grimy, I've been trying to retweet them all as well.
Yes, I appreciate that, boys. I really
no,
do. I appreciate that.
31 Nights of Horror. All right, good stuff, Stiz.
31 Nights of Horror. Yeah, we got like what 26 something days to go.
we got time.
So definitely check them out.
Yeah,
we got some
All
time.
right, boys. I appreciate
All right,
you.
man.
Have a good night. Dork Podcast. Love you guys.
Thank
See
you.
you soon.
See you. All right, good stuff. Dave, let's get to. Y'all ready for bisque?
We still have to do this, don't we?
Yeah, let's rip this. We don't have to hustle because we got time because we got another episode coming up. But
Yeah.
I'm glad you asked. It's the topic of the day, and today it is VHS Halloween, the latest in the VHS series. It's actually the 8th movie in the series. 1 hour 55 minutes, streaming right now on Shudder. You can get a free week of Shudder if you guys don't already have Shudder. 93% by the critics at last check, although 59% by the audience. Let's begin as we do with all of our movie and TV reviews, spoiler free. Ryan, VHS Halloween, did you like it?
Yeah, I think I liked it. I liked it enough. It was good.
Yeah, I was pretty like unsettled, but I think if that's what you're going for, that's what you got.
I think that was the idea.
Yeah, I think so. And as I was watching this, I realized I think I've seen 4 of these. Maybe this is the 4th one I've seen. I've definitely saw
think
the
this
first
is the
2.
4th one I've seen.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen the first 2. I've seen this one, and I think I've seen one more. And this is the thing: like these have come out almost like every year.
Yeah, and
like sneaky.
I think the ones there's like VHS like 94, VHS 99, there's VHS 85, and then the one that came out last year was called VHS Beyond, which got like super good reviews,
which I still haven't seen yet. So that might be my next. I want to compare the two because this one is kind of like,
yeah. So we'll get into more of like what works, what doesn't with found footage in our next episode. To me, like what stands out though is in a found footage movie, it's automatically trying to give you like that sense of like realism. But even more so than that, I think it's the casting. And so like, for example, when you're watching like Weapons, right?
Yes.
Like good movie, good horror movie. I love Weapons. But you're also like, that's Josh Brolin, that's Julia Gardner. These are like famous people, or like that's John Krasinski and Emily Blunt. So like part of your mind is like,
it's not real.
These are Hollywood stars.
Yeah.
Whereas almost every one of these found footage movies, it's just random actor du jour. I've never seen this person. It makes it more like I might be watching a fucking snuff film or whatever, like because I don't know these people. It's the first time I've ever seen them.
And I think the other side of that coin too is like when you have Emily Blunt or when you have Josh Brolin or Julia Garner, like there's a quality of acting there too that like, and when you have these nobodies,
Wow.
It kind of the acting kind of suffers a little bit, and you can see like who the pros are and who the pros aren't.
Yes.
But and I have this. There's a fun game I play sometimes. This started with me watching the what's the floorsdirect.com commercials like in the middle of the day.
Oh yeah.
Like, so whatever, Floors Direct, and there's like this girl on this, there's like this dark-haired woman on there who's very pretty, and I'm like watching this like floors.com commercial, like Empire, what's that, 300 Empire, it's like Empire Floors or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm watching this woman act in this commercial, and I'm like, you know what, there's some Midwestern town that she came out of, and she was like hot shit, like she was going to go to Hollywood and become an actress, and like she was like in every play and was like homecoming queen, like some hot shit, right? And now she's doing like Floors Direct commercials.
Yeah.
That's what I feel when I watch these movies. I'm like, this guy was like the fucking king shit in his high school plays, only to like get to Hollywood and get his face ripped off by a candy man.
Correct. Yep. You're like, were you in anything I've seen? It's like, well, did you see the third small movie in the 8th movie in the VHS series?
Like, no,
I did not.
It's like in Hamlet 2 when he does all the commercials. He does like the hemorrhoid or like the herpes commercial.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like I always think of that. I don't know why.
Is this a must see?
No,
it's not a must see. But I think if you're looking for something new in Dorktober, like, why not?
And you like this type of, this is a movie for a very specific type of person.
Yes.
We just happen to be those specific type of people. So like, in that, through that lens, yes. If you don't like horror movie, you're gonna hate this.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, because this is certainly not for everybody. Like, there's gore, there's like, they're trying to make you uncomfortable and queasy. It almost is like a real life, in some of these, like a real life haunted house. Like, and like you just know it's not for you. And if you're somebody that just only prefers like the cleaner horror movies, like the real like popular ones, then like, good, great, enjoy those ones. This is not that. It is
not that at all. No.
It's a bit more intense. What's your dork score for this?
I'll give it like a 4.
Yeah, I was gonna go 3.5, and maybe it deserves a little bit more, because I actually like thought about it like the next day a little bit, and was like, even that night that I watched it, I'm like, kind of creepy.
Yeah, there's some creepy shit in here for sure.
Creepy shit.
But like a little stuff that, like you said, it's like what doesn't work. There are some things I'll get to in spoilers that like didn't really work for me.
Yeah.
That are kind of like take you out of it. Like it's so far the other way that it kind of like breaks the tension.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing here?
There's basically 6 stories, and it's told in just under 2 hours. So do the math on that. They pretty much get like equal time. So you're telling stories less than 20 minutes each one. And there's one of them that sort of like has like an interlude, like a third, like a wrap up. So there's one of those, but even still, like all time consumed, you're like 17 minutes per one, probably somewhere like that. So, all right, very good. I'm going 3.5. Davey's going 4, but definitely some weird shit and some spooky stuff if you're into that.
Spoilers! Here come the spoilers!
All right, so you start with Diet Phantasma. This is the one that is the soda that they're trying to work, and you have like this corporation like feeding these test subjects these different sodas, and the sodas are causing chaos, and they're killing the people, and they're causing all kinds of creatures. I actually thought this one was decent though.
But it's all, so the whole point is like they're putting ghosts into cans, and people are like drinking spirits, and the spirits like take them over, and they finally found like a spokesperson who can actually like handle it.
Yep.
And people are like blowing up. They're like smashing their faces against the. It's pretty creepy.
Yep.
It just, they never really tell you why they're doing this.
Nope. Yeah, you get some good gore. You get like the one like the tentacles reaching out and stuff like that. And you're like, all right, fine. They go to it like 5 or 6 times. Like there's a bunch of Diet Phantasm.
And everyone's like, why are you doing this?
Yeah. You're like, what is this for?
Yeah.
It's really good. Yeah. The back and forth between the guy though that had like no time for the people, and he's just like talking on the thing, like trying to get him to drink the thing, like that wasn't bad. All right. Coochie Coochie Coo is 2 high schoolers that decide to go trick-or-treating one last time. They come across like this house. I did think one of the good stuff is they found this house, then they see like a basket. Was this the one right where the person like holds the basket out? I thought that was like creepy.
That was creepy.
the one girl's like, I want in. The other girl's like, no fucking way, which was in hindsight, which would have
They're
been
dressed like babies.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Like
then
in onesies and stuff. Yeah.
yeah. And then this one does have like that haunted house vibe.
Yes. Where like the doors change and like you don't know your way out. It's dark. There's like creepy people like in the house with you.
Yeah.
Who when you see them, you're like, oh
no. That one,
yeah.
that works for me like every time. I know it's been done to death, but just the dark house hallway, you're looking down, waiting. Somebody scurries across.
Yeah.
That works. That's scary.
And it's not even like a jump scare. It's just like, what's going to happen.
Uh-huh.
So, but it just when and what it looks like is the scary part. This one was okay. I felt like
it got worse. It got progressively worse. I thought
it got worse and it got goofier.
Worse, like a little bit sillier. And then the ending is just like, okay, for Christ's sake. Like I thought it was a good early premise. I thought getting them into the house, like luring them into the house, and some of the stuff, and maybe like the first half of it was better,
Yeah.
and then ultimately the payoff I didn't think was great.
It got cartoonish, and then it was like, listen, having talked to people we've talked to at New England Comic-Con or whatever, we're not above a fetus here and there, but one, I don't need several.
No, didn't need that.
Several fetuses in this that you're just like, didn't need that. And that was, I think, the thing that kind of took me out of it. So like, what doesn't work? They did a lot of stuff, and we'll get to them like with kids, which is like kind of taboo. But a lot of kids stuff that you're just like, that's enough.
Yeah, I wonder if the thought was like, all right, we gotta fucking up the game. Like, how can we up the game? And it's like
kids
people are so desensitized to just torturing. Like, we've all seen Hostel, like we've all seen these movies. So it's just like torturing people. It's like it's fucked up, but then you're like, next level. And it's like, okay, that's apparently where
maybe a little too much. That's what kind of took me out of the whole movie. But yes,
the third one was the one in Spanish.
And why are we doing Spanish?
I have no idea. It was like a random Spanish one, but I actually really like this one too.
I like the idea for it in Latin.
Yep, Latin.
So, yeah, and so this one is like they go into like it's like a haunted house, or we're gonna do like a seance or whatever. And this girl finds this room, and she's like, that phone wasn't here when the phone rings, and then I did like the payoff of this too, that like the up and the down were like the same, like they would float up to the ceiling, and then it was like an hourglass, and then it like flipped.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool.
Yeah, because the name of the part is called what?
Ut supra sic infra,
which means
as above, so below.
Yeah. So there you go. So then like the flip. I also thought this was cool because like you have the investigators, so you have like it's still found footage, but it's like splicing together like
body cam or something. Yeah.
Party, and then like the police officers investigating it and going the one survivor and like the back and forth. I thought that was pretty good. It did get a little crazy by the end, but like I like this one.
Here's a question that I have to for like any found footage fan, right? If you are scared out of your mind, like these people are in these vignettes, when do you let go of the camera?
Yeah, that's why I feel like some of these movies do a better job than others at explaining that, because I think a lot of them you would just dump it, but there are
some like they use it as a flashlight because there's a light on the camera.
That's a big one. They use it for the light. They need it for the light, or sometimes they'll drop it and they'll leave it on the ground for a while, and then that shows whatever's happening, right? Or
I will say, as a camera person, right, that recording actually eats battery faster than the light. So like you just leave the light on and don't record, you're stand a better chance. I'm just going to throw that out. If you ever get yourself in this situation, just know that recording actually burns the battery faster. So don't do that.
Yeah, they all have very long battery power. That is true.
Yeah.
Like way longer. All right, there's another one called Fun Size.
This was the one that I thought was dumb.
Well, this one also might have had the worst acting.
The worst acting and like the most annoying characters. The guy who kept the two who kept calling each other fiance. Like we get it.
Yeah. But and this one was also
shittiest ring.
Yeah, but they also were going for something where they were also trying to explain away. They're like, oh, we're like investigators or whatever, or we're like the people you find in a find footage movie or whatever. Like they went like so on the nose. They had all the cameras like taped to them, so like that would sort of explain that away. I don't know. This one got like super gory. This one got like crazy graphic.
Gory. There's a dingus.
You're eating just a straight peen, big peen.
Yep. Which
kid's eating an ear. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This one was just kind of like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The most fucked up one is the one that also I saw from critics is the one that might also be getting the most praise, is called Kid Print.
Which I thought it was the best of the 6. You
Yeah,
said kid stuff, but
it
like
is kid
like
stuff,
but
but
smarter about it.
yeah, and I liked the twist. You know, I
Yep.
liked the idea that like a guy got framed, and then the guy that's been doing it all got away with it and is now in charge of the place. Like I like that. The
Yeah.
kid stuff is tough, and like the kids screaming, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, and like,
And that's the other thing too. I think I was watching, I think it was the what's suppressing game for
Mhm.
and then Fun Size. And one of my daughter came in, she's like, "What are you watching?"
yeah, I'm
Like, "Oh, I'm watching a scary movie." Like, don't watch. She goes, "No, it's just like screaming. Like, there's so much screaming in this
Yeah.
movie.
yeah,
Like, and all through all the things, like just people just scream, and it just like that's the whole soundtrack.
yeah. It
to
is
it.
kind of like a bummer. Like as much as I like horror movies, like this can be a bummer, and then like you almost see like a palate cleanse. Like you need to watch something completely different after.
Yeah,
You
but
know?
it's also like for sensory people with sensory issues, like
Mm.
just a lot of screaming, like is not ideal for me. You know.
And then the last one, because obviously they've been like going with Diet Phantasma, like all like in
Yeah.
between all of these. Then the last one is House Hunt, or I'm sorry, Home Haunt. I can't
Home
read.
haunt.
Home
Yeah.
Haunt. This is like the guy. He's like, hey, his kid. They used to do it. Now they want to go back and they want to do this whole hunt. And
Kid wants nothing to do. He steals something from an old lady,
Yeah.
brings it into the haunted house, and then
Yep.
shit goes sideways.
Yep. The monsters come to life. It's the whole thing. All right. So out of those 6, if we were to rank though, you think Kid Print won?
Kid Print won, and I would say
I like the Spanish one too.
that was good. If just I don't know why it was in Spanish.
I don't know. I
Like
guess
why they decided literally in the middle of the movie to
Yes.
switch languages.
it was strange. I don't know.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then so I would say that, and then I would say probably Coochie Coochie Coo,
Yeah.
then Home Haunt, then Diet Phantasma, then Fun Size. I think Fun Size was like not it for me.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. I might switch the soda one with Home Haunt, but either way, like I pretty much have the same size for you. Other people I read, without having seen all the other VHSs, a lot of people said this one might have had the best batting average, meaning like
Yes.
some VHSs had like better ones, but then also like way worse ones.
I think they're the last one I saw. I saw 1 and 2, which were good.
Yeah.
And then the last one I saw, I forget which one it was because there's 8 of them, right? So it was like one of these was good,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah, that is good. All right, we'll probably discuss this a little bit more in the next episode here. So if you're listening to this live, you can jump over to the other YouTube link as we will get into all found footage horror movies. And Davey and I, and with the help of the chat as well, we will crown our top 6 found footage movies. But in the meantime, Ryan, stay curious.
The hashtag Dork Podcast.